Would you let someone stab your face 100 times? With salmon DNA? That's the promise of Rejuran, the painful new K-beauty craze women are literally flying across the world for.
In Korea, it's the only skin booster that's been Korean FDA approved to be injected into the skin directly.
Clinics in Seoul are packed with foreigners chasing this so-called miracle treatment.
Come with me and my mom to get the most popular Korean skin treatment called Rejuran for the first time ever. You guys, I don't know what to...
The pitch? Smooth, glowing, younger-looking skin. The reality? A face temporarily covered in red bumps, and a pain level some describe as death by 1,000 cuts. Is this an anti-aging breakthrough backed by science? Or just the fishiest skincare scam yet? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the billion-dollar salmon DNA industry and why the world's strictest health regulators still say no. This is Skincare Evidence, science-first reviews and investigative documentary, fact-checking brand claims, busting industry myths, and unpacking trends with data, clinical studies, and price sanity. Science over slogans. Hit subscribe because the beauty industry doesn't want you here, and that's exactly why you should be. Rejuran has become the ultimate skincare status flex. $450 a session, with 3 to 4 sessions recommended, so you're looking at over $1,000 for the full package. The company claims results last a year, and TikTok is flooded with glow-up testimonials of women returning from Seoul looking like they've discovered the fountain of youth. Social feeds are filled with before and after reels. Dry, dull skin magically transformed into smooth, radiant glass. Sound familiar? That's because we've heard this promise before, and usually, it's too good to be true. But here's the twist. Rejuran isn't something you can just walk into your dermatologist's office and get in America. It's not FDA approved.
But I'm sure it's different for every country. I don't know if it's been FDA approved in your country, but actually...
Which means thousands of women are literally flying to South Korea just to get it injected. So, what exactly is Rejuran? According to the marketing, it's polynucleotide therapy, a fancy way of saying DNA fragments harvested from salmon cells. The idea is that these fragments somehow signal your skin to regenerate, heal damage, and restore youth. The procedure involves injecting these molecules just under the skin, in hundreds of tiny punctures across your face. And yes, it originated in South Korea back in 2014. Today, it's approved in South Korea, Canada, Singapore, and several Asian countries. But here's where things get fishy. It's not approved in the United States, not approved in the UK, not approved in Europe, not approved in Australia, not approved in Japan, not approved in China. Basically, all the strictest regulators said, no thanks. So if this was truly the miracle cure, why are the world's biggest markets slamming the door? Okay, so it's painful. But does it actually work? Here's where things get tricky. Small clinical studies out of Korea and a handful of Asian countries show short-term improvements in hydration, skin texture, and elasticity. Sounds promising, right? But wrinkle reduction and long-term anti-aging, the evidence just isn't there yet. Most of the studies are small, company-sponsored, and not published in the world's top dermatology journals. Catherine Chang, a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon, summed it up best. Anecdotal is not data. Translation: TikTok testimonials don't count as science. Until we see large FDA-level clinical trials, Rejuran remains more hype than hard evidence. So why do celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Aniston swear by salmon DNA skincare?
But I got salmon sperm facial with salmon sperm injected into my face.
Here's the catch. They're not getting injected with Rejuran. They're doing the so-called salmon facial. Basically, microneedling or laser resurfacing, followed by smearing a Rejuran serum on top. And here's the science bombshell. DNA molecules are way too big to penetrate the skin through a facial. Now, you might think, well, if microneedling pokes holes in the skin, doesn't that let the salmon DNA seep in? Nice theory, but scientifically, nope. DNA fragments are massive molecules, thousands of times bigger than what the skin can actually absorb. Even with microneedling, they're just too bulky to penetrate past the surface. That glow you see? It's from the microneedling itself, not the salmon DNA. But let's be real. Saying you had a fish facial makes for a juicier headline than admitting you just poked 1,000 holes in your face. Behind the hype is a very familiar playbook. Rejuran's parent company, Pharma Research, has already minted its founder and chairman, Yong Sang-soo, into a billionaire thanks to salmon DNA. And if this sounds familiar, it's because K-Beauty has done this before. Remember snail mucin? Early studies in Korea from 2013 to 2016 showed it could hydrate and help minor wounds. Nice, but not the fountain of youth. Yet it was hyped as the next miracle wrinkle eraser. Today, it's just another moisturizer ingredient with a niche fan base. And glass skin? That was never science. It was just a TikTok hashtag telling you to layer a dozen toners until your face looked like a glazed donut. The hype faded, but the money was already made. Rejuran is simply the next cycle. Sound like skincare? Or deja vu marketing? Now let's talk about the risks they don't plaster on Instagram. Common side effects? Irritation, rash, discoloration, and yes, infection. Because when you jab your face 100 times, you're basically opening the floodgates. The company insists it's safe, but here's the catch. Rejuran is almost never used alone. It's usually stacked with lasers, fillers, and ultherapy. So, which one gave you the glow? And which one caused the damage? Nobody knows. Even Michelle Lee, former Allure editor, admitted after her own trip to Seoul, "Within 10 days, my skin looked amazing, but I had combined Rejuran with 3 lasers and a filler. I can't be sure which treatment was responsible." So what's the verdict? Rejuran isn't complete snake oil. Polynucleotides may help wound healing, and some patients do report smoother, plumper skin. But calling it a proven anti-aging breakthrough? That's pure marketing spin. The studies are tiny, the data inconsistent, and regulators in the US, UK, Europe, Japan, Australia, and China still say no. If you actually want results, skip the fish DNA. For a temporary glow, go with microneedling or a chemical peel, both backed by decades of safety data. For proven anti-aging, retinoids and sunscreen still reign supreme. And if you want injectables, Botox and hyaluronic acid fillers are FDA approved and deliver what they promise. Rejuran, by contrast, is still an expensive experiment with fishy promises and billionaire profits attached. The glow might be real, but the science isn't there yet. It's not the first time the beauty industry sold us a miracle, and it won't be the last. At Skincare Evidence, we cut through the billion-dollar hype machine with one simple question. Where's the proof? If you want more no BS breakdowns of the next miracle trend, hit subscribe. Drop a comment with the scam you want exposed next, and share this with that friend who's one click away from booking a flight to Seoul. Because the only thing scarier than salmon DNA injections is how fast beauty marketing can make us forget the evidence.